I got one question. Amazing Lucas and Officer Tatum, are you serious people or not? Take this Amazing Lucas clip, man. I don't know what this guy was trying to say. It sounds like he's saying that Black Americans are cockroaches.
Evil has made Black Americans, especially certain groups, especially those, the FBA Negroes, the ADOS Negroes, they have made them cemented in history. And no one drives their car constantly looking in the rearview mirror.
Really? That's what you're going with there, Amazing?
In history. And no one drives their car constantly looking in the rearview mirror, right? You look through the windshield. You look to what's ahead of you. And if you're so enamored and, loving, the history and the ancestry and it's like this romanticism of slavery, this romanticism of we survived and we survived years. You want to know what also survives? Cockroaches. That's what also survives. Cockroaches. So do you want to be considered a cockroach? Is that what you want to be?
That's a dumbass analogy. Really dumb. Cockroaches because we care about our history, we care about how it impacts today, and we care about history because of how we want to shape our arguments for equity in this time that we live in now. See, nobody's born in a bubble. We didn't just fall out the sky. We come from someone. You come from someone, I come from someone. And the people that I come from, the people that most of us Black Americans, we come from, native-born Black Americans, we come from people who were stripped of our identity, who were not given our due, who were grossly mistreated and taken advantage of in a system that's capitalistic. So they set us behind the 8-ball. That may be inconvenient for you. You may not want to address it, but we're going to address it because we're here to stand on business. That's what justice is all about. So this corny video, I don't know what you were trying to do. I think you think you're funny, entertaining. What may be funny is that you thought turning your hat backwards and not ironing your shirt and then coming out and calling Black people cockroaches was a way to promote what? I got to wonder who watches your content. I guess we never really know people. I didn't know he was this bad. I mean, I know he can be irritating and grating and, cringy. Cringe level, you know what I'm saying? Cringe level uncool, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know he was this bad, fam. It sounds like Lucas may be suffering from the same disease that Godfrey's suffering from, which is lack of feeling accepted into foundational Black Americans, ADOS, Solon, this embracing of who we are, the delineation of Black Americans. It sounds like maybe he comes from a people that are not connected to it, and he feels like an outsider, and he doesn't like that placement. Dude, embrace who you are. We have a justice claim. We're trying to get our paper right. And you feeling inadequate because you don't feel like you fit in is the least of our concerns. Jewish people don't give a shit if you're Jewish. Native Americans don't give a shit if you are Chichewa, if you're not a part of their tribes. Why should we give a shit if you aren't? Okay, you know what, dude? It ain't about you, all right? Yeah, we got some butthurt, entitled-ass brown people and Africans and Caribbeans and whatever Lucas is. Fight for the issues that you care about. I'm standing on business for my great-grandparents and my grandparents, hell, my parents. My mother and dad had to sit on the back of buses. They lived through Jim Crow. I'm standing up for them, dude. This ain't got nothing to do with the goofy shit you talking about. It's a level of disrespect that I'm willing to have to deal with. We have to accept we live in America. We're going to have liberal, goofy, detached ass, elitist Blacks, and we're going to have, white folks who don't get it and ain't trying to catch it. You know what I'm saying? But when we got dudes like this, unamazing Luke, being spiteful just to be spiteful because they rolled snake eyes on the black card, Know this, Lucas. Everything cool about America, we built it. So you can pay homage and be supportive, or you can get your ass out the goddamn way. Now, let's move on to Officer Tatum because, frankly, that's what I really want to talk about. I mean, Officer Tatum is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, I just can't get over this guy. I mean, 1 minute he's crying. He's crying like a mother sending their baby off to college. Next minute he's upset that people don't love Israel enough, like his heart's being pierced. I mean, just watch him, you know? Keep an eye on him. For a minute there, I thought he was gonna climb into Charlie Kirk's casket right along with Charlie. But now listen to him. The brother's so cringe, man. Listen to this guy.
I'm sick of black folks lying to people and acting like the white man is taking us out. The white man problem, racism in America. And then a multi-millionaire got shot in the butt by another black man for nothing, just nothing. His brother died over nothing, got murdered over nothing. And this is the stuff that the community does.
Atlanta rapper Offset is in the hospital this morning after being shot outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood.
Y'all want the scoop? It's all on camera, bruh. Hey, man, this fool little TJ that shot this kid, damn Offset in that, bro. Offset was whooping little TJ at the goddamn Hard Rock.
Yeah. I noticed the spikes on his channel are typically spikes because he's taking a dump on black people. When you get your numbers initially for shitting on black people, then you got to stay doing it or your numbers just go down. And Officer Tatum hasn't found another way to actually make people interested in him.
Black people are losing overall. There are individuals who are very successful. There's individuals who may have their stuff together, but overall they are losing. They're losing. And this is an example of why they're losing.
Notice how many times he said they are. They are losing. Black Americans are losing, not him. He's not a part of Black America. He's part of white America.
I believe that this person is fit to stand trial. He was fit enough to do all that crime for the last, I don't know how many years, 13 mugshots, and he's also fit, and he understands exactly what's going on. But the defense is going to do whatever they want to do. Are like, I don't know who raising these kids. The entitlement and the lack of pursuit of excellence is crazy to me. I feel like when my dad and them were young and they used to have to bust tables, and if my dad was working at Chick-fil-A, they would be professional. They would honor the fact that they had a job, and they would want to do a good job and represent very well.
He's lazy.
And unfortunately, it's the same situation that you would expect. Before I show you, what race of people do you think this is involved with? I'm not judging you. Which race do you think where you hear a 50-year-old is shot to death over a pair of jeans? I know what your brain thinking, and you are probably correct. Pull the picture up. Unfortunately, in the black community, and y'all don't want to hear me say this, that we have so much violence and tension and ego. And, you know, it's like young boys growing up with our dads. And I would argue, not to say this boy didn't have a dad, because he's a victim.
See, this is why, people call them rodents. This is the reason why they call them spoons. This is exactly it, man, and you can't even argue with it when it comes to Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum is a certified weapons-grade spoon, is what he is. And the thing about it is, it must be very lucrative to him. I'm looking at his content. I'm looking at his delivery. I don't see anything about it that would be beneficial to the viewer. And he's talking as if sometimes he'll go in and out. Sometimes he makes it seem like he might have black people watching him. And I'm thinking, what black people watches this guy? And then I realized there's enough self-hating black folks who somehow are gravitated to this from years of abuse that they have come to expect this from the largest society and from themselves, and they gravitate to this type of nonsense. But still, I will stand on my square and say, I don't think Officer Tatum is more damaging to Black America than the sellouts like Roland Martin, People that make excuses for the Democratic Party's lack of production in favor of Black America, who are their number one voting bloc. We are their primary customers. We're the reason why they've been winning elections. At least up to this point, we could say that. Now that they have brought in new voters, potentially, maybe that'll change. And when you got customers and you're not taking care of those customers have every right to complain and to leave. And that's what customers would do. So it's off-putting, it's horrible, it's pathetic, it's disgusting. This groveling maniac, Officer Tatum is, his buck-breaking dancing, his whatever he's doing for white supremacy. It's still just a comedy sideshow that he's able to extract money out of white viewers and out of white sponsors who want to funnel this to their white friends so they can sit around and drink wine and laugh at the blacks and say, see, we got another black to do it. We don't have to say it. You know, recently on the podcast, Dr. Musa Abdullah and I were discussing, and it came up about how Dr. Musa said, you know, now that they have a new age of MAGA, they don't need Officer Tatum's and Candace Owens' and Jesse Lee Peterson's. Now that the stigma on shaming and going after and degrading Black Americans is no longer a stigma in society, right? You don't need a front man, a front cool, almost got it. You don't need a front sellout in black face, a black sellout to degrade Black people. Now you can just do it yourself and you won't get canceled because it's the new era of free speech. The ingenuity of creating a paycheck out of nothing by throwing Black people under the bus is not a creative endeavor. I mean, there have been Black people who have been willing to do that for 150 years probably. But I think now that it's coming to a close. Yeah, it's not going to be as lucrative for Officer Tatum. You see, Candace Owens has already made the pivot to talking about another group of people that can necessitate or fulfill her need for luxury items and appliances. So that's the route you go. Tatum can't find it, and he's out here looking and he's searching. So between the fact that we got Black Americans now saying, hey, we not only are we going to demand that America respect us, and no longer are we going to allow the Democratic Party to hustle us for our votes, hustle us out of our money and show up on Election Day with a chicken dinner and a smile and take pictures. We're going to demand something of that party. Not only that, we're going to start saying we're not going to allow the immigration policies of this country to adversely continue to impact us without us making a huge fuss about it and without us making you feel it at the ballot box and feel it in the donation tray and feel it in the commentary on social media and within new independent Black media. We're going to give you the business. So that's important. But we're also saying to the sellouts like Officer Tatum, your days are numbered. There's less and less interest for their type of BS. And now the people that love their content are going to get it from people that look just like them. And they're going to actually respect that more. That's going to be more embraced by those bigots because, yeah, it's coming out of the mouth of them. You know, they would always go buy Eminem records. They didn't go buy the D12's album like they bought Eminem's album. So, yeah. The white guys that are now saying it better than Officer Tatum could ever say it, they're going to take his place. So what you're looking at when you look at Officer Tatum, as disgusting as he might be, you're looking at a dying breed. It's over for you, Tatum. Lucas, I know the numbers may be down or something ain't working for you right now, but just know this, brother, you need to switch up real quick. Because when you come for us talking this nonsense, when you are winging it and you thinking it's cute, it's not cute, you're going to end up sitting next to Officer Tatum with your unpopular opinions. And for what? All because you're not a black American? I wish I could say I give a damn about your feelings, Officer Tatum and unamazing Luke. But I've been looking everywhere, and bruh, I couldn't find a damn to give.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.